Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Katherine. I am the podcast host of Chakras and Cusswords podcast, and I consider myself an alchemist. I'm very much centered on energy of the chakras, and also energy that is around us, if that is astrological energy, if that is energy of just our own atmosphere. So I'm excited to talk about the area of the 555 portal, also known as an angel number. And when we see this number, sometimes we might be wondering, like, what does it mean, right? And the reason why a lot of people call today the 555 energy portal is because we have a dynamic in the universe, and that's really being created by, in all honesty, the numerology of this actual date. So today is May 5th, and it is 2023, but in all honesty, if you were just to go 5 5 23, it equals to the 555. Man, that's a lot of fives. So some of you are probably wondering, what does it mean when I see this number of 555? So when we see angel numbers, it's usually because the universe is trying to send us some type of guidance, some type of energy, and it's trying to send us a message. What we really see with 555 is to expect new beginnings and also to expect change. And when we are diving into the area of change, we have to kind of remember that we don't always have to seek change out, right? Sometimes change just happens. Usually it happens when we're creating subtle steps into a new area or into an area where we're letting go of something. Also, when we see great change, it usually happens when we accept the current state that we are already in and the current atmosphere that we're already in. And sometimes when we make a acceptance, regardless if it is where we want to be or where it is we want to change, we have to acknowledge that this is the area of energy that we are growing from, that we are moving from or moving further away from. So when we look at 555, take it with a grain of subtleness, that most energy comes to us in the abundance nature of our own divine path of gaining wisdom and also gaining gratitude and gaining that peace element, that while we can't change everything, we can change our own actions. Also, what's very important about this day is that we have the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So for a lot of people, we don't want to intentionally set out great big manifestations, especially when it is in a sign such as Scorpio, when it is related to eclipse season and also when it is related to, let's just say, the shadow season. And the reason why is because we also have Mercury that's currently in retrograde, and also we have Pluto in retrograde as well. So this is an energy that may feel chaotic, may feel a little bit rambunctious, and may also get us really tied into our limiting self-beliefs. And that's kind of no fun, right? And when we have this type of energy, we don't want to create more intention towards it, and we don't want to create more areas of manifestation towards it. We just really want to accept the area space that we're currently in and really not have a strong chase. Like sometimes you'll hear people say the universe doesn't move in areas of strong chase or areas of seek and desire at such an abundant rate, because then all the universe hears is us saying something we don't have, something that we are acquiring or inquiring, but we haven't actually fulfilled that. So a lot of times when we are accepting, where we are at and accepting where we will be by acknowledging that we are on that journey and we can see it, the universe will actually hear it more instead of the I want, I need, I wish, I could, I should, I would have, because it automatically feels like a block. So for instance, if we were trying to manifest or set an area of, let's say maybe writing a paper, and instead of telling ourselves, I need to write this paper, I want to write this paper, I have to write this paper, and we put all this energy towards the things that we have to or we want to accomplish, instead of actually acknowledging where we at currently. For instance, instead of acknowledging I'm a great writer, writing comes really easy to me. I can write very well when I first wake up in the morning. And when I first wake up in the morning, if I just write it out, I'll be done in no time. Instead of already putting ourselves into a path of creating a goal and also completing that goal, the universe is automatically already hearing our blocks of stuff it is that we want or stuff it is that we feel that we need, or areas of energy that we are seeking. So it is very positive to accept the atmosphere that we're in and being truthful with ourselves, because the universe then acknowledges that we are on this path and it is an easy flow of energy and not a difficult area with many blocks and obstacles. So when we have an area such as a lunar eclipse in Scorpio, we're going to want to be centered on not necessarily reflecting too much on areas of hurt, grief, or sadness. And sometimes we might see areas of secrets coming up, right? Especially with that Scorpio. But we do want to accept of all the things that we have accomplished and all the things that we truly will see a little bit more forward. So what I want everybody to do for this full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio and also the 5/5 portal is to just take a big deep breath in and release. Release all the areas of disbelief. Release the areas of not feeling accomplished. Release a lot of areas that feel like blocks. It is a time for us to just sit still and to accept our current atmosphere and to be thankful for everything that we do have and everything that we have accomplished. It isn't a place for us to continue to create huge manifestations. It is a place for us to just accept and allow the universe to send us the energy that we are meant to receive. So on that note, don't go out and seeking a lot of manifestations or intentions or creating a lot of goals. Just take this time to fully accept where it is that you are at and where it is that you are grateful for. So on that note, there's things that you can do, such as breathing techniques, also meditation, grounding, just accepting and acknowledging how powerful and beautiful you truly are as your own solar energy. So let's get into the reading. So first I am going to start with the elements of the fire sign. So if you are a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries, you are a fire sign. And this is a time for you guys to really just accept and to accept that patient energy. So I am going to be doing an intuitive reading and I will be using the tarot deck. This is the first time that I'm using this deck, so I'm kind of excited. I haven't even really looked at the cards or seen like what the card's quote unquote meaning is. As many of you guys know, I consider myself a natural intuitive. I am just going to go off of the energy that I feel and the energy that I feel from the universe and the energy of the card. So I am using Stranger Things. Look at this tarot deck, right? And I will tell you that some of the names of the cards aren't as traditional as what we are used to, and that's going to make it a little bit fun, right? Let's have some fun on this energy date. Let's have some fun on this 555 portal and also on this full moon lunar eclipse of Scorpio. So for the fire signs, your first card is 10 of Spokes. 10 of Spokes. This is letting me know that you have come a long area in journey, and you have also come a long area in place. It's time for you to relax and be grateful for all the movement that you have really set out forward. Also, you are a very adventurous person, and you are centered in the divine infinity of a massive energy burst. You might be feeling like sometimes it's a little bit too much and so much to do, but in all honesty, you can make that energy work for you, and you can make that creation go. Also, I want you to kind of take some self-care in and relax for a minute, because I feel like your summer and your spring is going to be very impactful. So just take this time to really know that you can put your action forward and you can move in such a strong alignment. So the next reading, and this is just a little fun reading. This isn't a full like tarot reading. I'm not doing a full spread. I'm just going to pull one card for each element. In all honesty, if you do want to book a reading with me, you can on chakrasandcusswords.com. I offer a variety of readings. That's chakrascusswords.com. I do pre-recorded readings that last about 15 to 30 minutes, either tarot or I do the astrology charts. If you know your birth time, I do natal chart readings, and that you would need to know your birth time and also your location of birth. And I have multiple choices you could choose from. Also, please like and subscribe to this channel. I want to try to do more like readings like this and kind of get on this channel a little bit more. Also, subscribe to my podcast. I have tons of great topics, which I usually share here on YouTube, but also the podcast has a lot of guided meditations, which sometimes I forget to post on here. So if you're into that. So the next element, zodiac sign that I will be reading for is actually the water signs. This is my normal rotation. So for those who listen to a lot of my clubhouse rooms or listen to my podcast or have seen a lot of my videos, you know I always go fire, water, earth, and air. That's my normal rotation, okay? So let's get into it, and we are using the Stranger Things deck. So this is kind of a fun deck to use. So the next card, we have ace dice, 8 of dice, 7 of dice. Oh my gosh, these little okay, I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. 7 of dice. These little Romanian numbers, I don't know, are they called Romanian numbers, or they always throw me off. I always remember the V is the 5, and if it's after the V and then there's 2, that makes it a 7, right? 7 of dice. Okay, what I like about this card right here is, first of all, This lets me know that a lot of the water signs are stepping into areas of not only maybe changes or movement towards career, but also wealth. So if you are a water sign and you've been thinking about making some strong movements towards something new, you definitely have that going forward. Also, I want to say that this is a very strong time for you to tap into that solar plex energy and also that sacral chakra energy. So you are going to want to step forward in your desires after eclipse season, guys, after eclipse season, okay? After the Mercury retrograde is over on the 15th of May, and also after the eclipses have wind down, start to really make that movement forward, right? Where we are creating intentions again. And we are using the solar plex and the sacral. And I want you to know that this energy alignment that you're in is very fortunate for you. It's very structured for you. So don't fear the change. Don't fear the movement. You are on the right path. You are on the right journey of moving forward in this space. Definitely for the water signs. Also for the water signs, I feel like there's been definitely some high energy as we have this full moon lunar eclipse that's happening in Scorpio. So the water signs include, just in case you don't know, the water signs include Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. We also have to remember for Pisces, this is a possibly for Pisces placements, we can be feeling like we're having to reflect a lot on our boundaries because we have, there goes Tank, my dog, because we have the Saturn entering Pisces, which happened in March. So for Pisces placements, it might be a lot. It might be like a little bit a lot. And then also for Cancer, we have the Mars entered Cancer. So there's definitely some energy in there that could be making us feel a little bit off-centered. But for the water signs, keep moving forward. This is a great time. This is a magical time for you to really take that action towards fortune, towards career, and also towards desires with creativity, especially with creativity, and also acknowledging your power, your own individual power. So the next element that I am going to do is the earth signs. So let's get into it for the earth signs. So if you are a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, you are an earth sign, and this card is for you. Also for the earth signs, they say this is a good year for the Taurus, Virgo, and also Capricorn. Capricorn's got Pluto out of there. We got the Taurus basically squaring off right now or opposing this full moon lunar eclipse. So the Taurus energy might be feeling it. Also the Virgos, they're getting settled in their new areas of foundation. A lot of transition has happened for a lot of Virgo placements, but this is a time that we're going to want to move forward and also accept new possibilities. So let's get into this. Okay, so for these signs, let's get a card. Earth signs, here we go. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is such a fun deck. The Hierophant. So this card is letting me know right now that you are open for massive possibilities. You're on that area of new adventures. What I like about this card is sometimes you do have to kind of seclude yourself. You do kind of have to step away from those social circles, and that's okay. It's okay, and especially for the earth elements. If you have to get a little bit more foundation in where it is that you want to be, where it is that you feel that your structure is, I first want you to accept right now where you're at and own it. And also really say, you know what, it's okay if sometimes I don't have it all figured out. It's okay if sometimes I'm just learning. It's okay. And look at this card, it's so funny. He's like by the Ferris wheel, he's got his corn dogs, and he is ready to have fun. But we do have to acknowledge that it is sometimes a time to step back and to really see the big picture, to really see the big picture in our friend circles. So if you are a earth sign and you've been maybe feeling like some energy around the friend circle is feeling unaligned, then maybe you just kind of need to take a step back. Nothing is wrong with taking a step back. Nothing is wrong with kind of moving in a direction that maybe you don't need to explain it to anybody. You just need to have your time. You just need to have maybe your alone time, or maybe you just need to say, hey, right now, I want to be kind of like an outsider looking in. I don't necessarily need to be full involved, right? I don't necessarily need to be fully involved in this circle. Also know that this outward energy sometimes might be coming inward towards you, right? So it might be a little bit too much. It might be a little bit too intense. So I want you to definitely, I love his face. He's like, ah. So I definitely want you to see it for what it is and take a step back if you have to, because your foundation will grow. You're an earth sign. Your stability will grow. You're an earth sign. That energy of alignment is there for you. You are an earth sign. Take it. You're also very wise, and you're very knowledgeable in the decisions you make. So just kind of let it own it. If you need to step back from some of the social circles, I'm going to say go ahead and do that. Okay, so for the last element, we are going to do the air signs. For the air signs, we currently have like Pluto in retrograde for the Aquarius. We also have that energy of alignment that's coming up as the North Node and the South Node transition out. And then we have Aries hitting the North Node. And then we also have the South Node hitting with Libra. So it is a different type of energy coming up for the air sign with the Libra, of course. Also with the Gemini, you know, there's been a lot of transition. Mars left Gemini. So, you know, that might have felt like an energy unalignment. Maybe the Geminis had this really strong assertiveness, this like fire energy for a long time, and then it kind of plateaued as Mars was transitioning out. So maybe they're kind of missing that initial spark that they kind of felt last year, or they felt a while back, and then they started to feel like they were in a blah. So if you are a Gemini and that felt kind of like how it did with you, just have some peace of mind. It might have been, you know, Mars doing its thing and transitioning out. So take in that space. Also, right now, we are going to enjoy the energy that we're in, right? So if that means doing some breath work, I love breath work for the air signs. You know, the air signs are definitely that element that needs the breath work, that really needs that breath energy, and also grounding for the air signs as well. So you guys, your card is for the air signs. Ooh. 9 of dice. Look at this. Ooh, doesn't that feel a little mystical and scary? Okay, for the air signs, it's time for us to let go of the fear. Let go of the fear. Also, let go of that energy of feeling like we need to be stretched out all over. We need to be all these things for all these people. if people get unhappy, if people get angry with us, that's okay. We don't need to put us in this energy where we're living in a shadow state. Also, when we are living in a place that doesn't feel like our true destiny. So if you are in an energy space that feels very unstructured and you're feeling like you're being pulled in all types of different directions, it's actually a time for you to let go of that energy and release it. It's also a time, well, there they go again. Dog mom problems. It's also a time for you to know that you can balance it even when you feel like all these spaces pulling you, even when you feel all these alignments pulling you. You can balance it. You can have that structure where you don't feel so uneven. Also, for the air signs, I want to say this is a perfect time for you to look out of what is stopping you. Look out from what is keeping you in that area of shadow. Look at what is keeping you in that area of limiting self-beliefs. What is it that you're telling yourself in the unconscious state that keeps making it a conscious area? So own it, because we're owning what we're at right now. We're grateful for the area that we're in, because we know there's so much possibility, especially with this 5-5 portal, for change. So owning where we're at, accepting it, and then moving forward. Right now, as if we were a plant, maybe we aren't feeling very vivacious. We aren't feeling very beautiful. We aren't feeling very centered in our place. But for the air signs, own that space and move away from it. Clear the shadow out. So I want to thank everybody who hung out for this reading and this quick little energy of the full moon lunar eclipse that is happening in Scorpio, and also 555. So thank you so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and also share this video out for some of your friends. And don't forget to check out Chakras and Cusswords podcast. There's a new podcast out every Monday. It's either on astrology, chakra energy, self-care, or a guided meditation. Everybody have a great day.